When tragedy strikes,
I might need to find a different beat to finish writing to a rap. Maybe. I don't know. Am I getting tired of this beat? I've been listening to it for 3 days. 3 days, 3 days, 3 days straight. I'm trying to run that race.
It's just different.
Cranberry juice with the jam gets me loose with the pen, flowing like a hooligan. Asking who's again, pointing at your loser friends. Acting brand new again, like brand new begin. Smart raps are cool again, play you like a fool again. You ain't want the problem, you spitting and I'm slobbering like a hobgoblin. These niggas hobbling, you say it's just a flesh wound, but I'm really chopping limbs off. You been talk like a sparrow with a half a coconut. You been lost. Juke moves, hit you with a spin toss. Big bucks, big bank. Niggas know I been boss. Brush drip paint like it's ain't the new Bob Ross. Plus you can't imitate, cause you niggas too soft. You can't pay the cost. Too broke to pay attention. Would say your name, but you're too whack to mention. I need a hook, need a hook, need a hook right there. Right there, need a hook, need a hook, need a hook, need a hook right there. I need a hook, need a hook, need a hook, need a hook right there. Man of crumbs for the prince, evidence my fingerprints. Ain't for greeting Killerville, represent my residence. Flowing like an alien, Anunnaki god body glowing like I'm Epicent. Spread like a pestilence, turn you to a pessimist. Give a nigga 1 inch, better check the measurements. Cause they try to take a foot so they can stay relevant. Don't test my intelligence, way too sick for medicine. I talk fast, you listen slow. Way too much to comprehend. Let's not pretend. Out of 10, I'm a 10. The line between friendship and business is thin. Never fuck a man's bitch or fuck up his dividend. I can't rap that shit over that part right there. Okay, yeah, I lost the flow when that beat fades out right there. Anyway, throwing this for the prints, evidence, my fingerprints. April 3, that killer pill, I represent my residence. Flowing like an alien, Anunnaki, God body glowing like I'm heaven sent. Spread like a petulance, turn you to a pessimist. Give a nigga 1 inch, better check the measurements. Cause they try to take a foot so they can stay relevant. Don't test my intelligence, way too sick for medicine. I talk fast, you listen slow, way too much to comprehend. Let's not pretend, out of 10, I'm a 10. The line between friendship and business is thin. Never fuck a man's bitch and fuck a... Oh, wait a minute. 10 out of 10, I'm a 10. The line between friendship is business. Why can't I say that part? I feel like I'm saying it way too slow. Cause they try to take it flip so they can stay relevant. Don't test my intelligence, way too sick for medicine. I talk fast, you listen slow, way too much to comprehend. Let's not pretend. Way too much to comprehend. Let's not pretend. Out of 10, I'm a 10. The line between friendship and business is thin. Never fuck a man's bitch or fuck up his dividends. Two unforgivable sins. I cannot say this part, yo. This shit is killing me. I talk fast, you listen. No, I talk fast, you think slow. It's way too much to comprehend. And let's not pretend. Out of 10, I'm a 10. The line between friendship and business is thin. Never fuck a man's bitch or fuck up his dividends. Two unforgivable sins. An unwavering pen will draw a conclusion that leads to your end. Sketchbook or death note. You take a L, I take the win. So I literally finished writing this morning, and I don't even know what I'm saying right now. And that last bar, I was like, man, I don't know, really don't know about that. It's getting kind of corny. I feel like I was trying to write too fast, I guess. I don't know. I kind of like it though, but I just can't say that. I feel like I'm missing syllables in one of these bars right here. The line between friendship and business is thin. I need more syllables in that bar. And let's not pretend. Out of 10, I'm a 10. You niggas realize that. And let's not pretend. Out of 10, I'm a 10. Realize the line between friendship and business is thin. Never fuck a man's bitch or fuck up his dividends. Two unforgivable sins, an unwavering pen. And then so when it comes back to unforgivable, unwavering, I feel like, I don't know, I think that's why I wrote it like that, because I needed fewer syllables, because the next bar has so many syllables. I talk fast, you think slow, I talk fast, you think slow. It's way too much to comprehend. And let's not pretend. Out of 10, I'm a 10. The line between friendship and business is thin. Never fuck a man's bitch or fuck up his dividends. Two unforgivable sins, an unwavering. I can't even say that shit. I can say it in my mind, but my lips and my tongue and my teeth will not allow me to say two unforgivable sins, an unwavering pen. I'm flabbergasted. Hey, Wendy. How did I know that was you? We're getting somewhere. We're doing a little something. It's not much yet, but we still don't have a hook yet. But we have words, and we have an idea that we can edit. and add on to or change a little bit. So it's there. You just gotta like fine tune it a little bit. That's all it is. It's fine. We got a whole page of shit written down. You just gotta fine tune it now. Man, the throne is for the prince. My last name is Prince. The throne is for the prince. Evidence, my fingerprints. Oh, and the picture, lovely colors. Thank you. Yeah, this is gonna be so nice. This right here, this is gonna be so nice. So I'm gonna work on the green. I'm gonna grab some green paints, and I do want to like fill in the background a little bit before I start playing around with the skin tones or the purple with the flowers. Let's just play around with this because I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna fill that in. So I do want to do some of the background first, and see what we can get from there. Man, the throne's for the prince. Evidence. So I wrote this whole. I finished. No. We finished writing that first verse in the studio. Yesterday? Or the day before yesterday? We wrote this cranberry juice with the gin. I think we wrote that. We finished writing that yesterday. We started writing it 2 days ago. Finished that yesterday. And then I wrote most of this, yesterday. I wrote most of this yesterday evening. And then I had a dentist appointment this morning, so I didn't have to go straight to work. And so this morning, when I got up after getting everything squared away, I just figured I'll try to go ahead and finish writing this verse before my dentist appointment. And so I think I felt like I rushed a little bit, but so between yesterday and this morning, we just wrote this verse, so it's still pretty rough. The throne is for the prince. Evidence, my fingerprints. 843, that Killaville, I represent my residence. Flowing like an alien, Anunnaki, God body. Glowing like I'm heaven sent. Spread like a pestilence. Turn you to a pessimist. Give a nigga 1 inch, you better check the measurements. Cause they'll try to take a foot so they can stay relevant. Don't test my intelligence. Way too sick for medicine. I talk fast, you think slow. It's way too much to comprehend. And let's not pretend, out of 10, I'm a 10. The line between friendship and business is thin. Never fuck a man's bitch or fuck up his dividends. 2 unforgivable sins, an unwavering pen will draw a conclusion that leads you to your end. Sketchbook or death note. You take the L, I take the win. And it is what it is. It's written down now. So hey, what do you want me to do about it? I can't tell you. I can't tell you nothing else. But this is what we got. This is what we working with for the new song. The first verse. Cranberry juice with the gin gets me loose with the pen, flowing like a hooligan, asking who's who again. Pointing at your loser friends, acting brand new again, like brand Nubian. Smart raps are cool again. Play you like a fool again. You ain't what the problems. You spitting and I'm slobbering like a hobgoblin. Leave these niggas hobbling. You say it's just a flesh wound, but I'm really chopping. Limbs off, you been soft. Like a sparrow with a half a coconut, you been lost. Juke moves, hit you with a spin toss. Big bucks, big bank. Niggas know I been boss. Brush, drip, paint like a saint. The new Bob Ross. Plus you can't imitate, cause you niggas too soft. And you can't pay the cost. Too broke to pay attention. Would say your name, but you're too whack for me to mention. Alright, so that's verse 1. And then verse 2. Both of them are still kind of rough. So we need a hook now. And if we can come up with some, I really thought about just taking 2 bars from the middle of the second verse. Which 2 I was thinking? Give a nigga 1 inch, better check the measurements, cause they try to take a foot so they can stay relevant. Give a nigga 1 inch, better check the measurements, cause they try to take a foot so they can stay relevant. Give a nigga 1 inch, better check the measurements, cause they try to take a foot. You give a nigga an inch, you try to take a foot. You give a nigga a foot, you try to take a mile. You can't, hey man, that's why you can't help some people, man. Give a motherfucker a foot, try to take a mile. Give a nigga an inch, try to take a foot. You ever heard that saying? It's an old southern saying. I used to hear an old man say that shit. You can say either one. You know, give a man an inch, he'll try to take a foot. Or give a man a foot, he'll try to take a mile. Give him an inch, you better check the measurements. Don't take more than what I'm offering you something. I'm trying to give you something. Don't try to swindle me and leave me behind. It don't work like that. It can't work like that. Yeah. Man, the throne is for the prince. Evidence my fingerprints. 843 that kill a bill. Represent my residence. Flowing like an alien. Anunnaki God body glowing like I'm heaven sent. Spread like a pestilence. Turn you to a pessimist. Give a nigga 1 inch. Better check the measurements. Cause they try to take a foot so they can stay relevant. Don't test my intelligence. Way too sick for medicine. I talk fast, you think slow. Way too much to comprehend. Ooh. Way too much to comprehend. Alright, we're gonna play around with this shit later. But we got stuff. We got something to work with. We need to start this right here. We're gonna start by getting some greens and some blues and some greens. That have a green. Some blues and some greens. Some greens and some blues and some greens. Some greens and some blues and some greens. Some greens and some blues and some greens. Like a hooligan, asking who's again. Pointing at your loser friends. who's again. Killerville, represent my residence. Represent my residence. 843 that Killerville, represent my residence. I represent my residence. Yeah. Anunnaki God body flowing like I'm never seen. Anunnaki God body. God body. I represent my residence. Anunnaki God body flowing like I'm never seen. God body, God body. God body, God body. Men of thrones for the prince. Thrones for the prince. Evidence my fingerprints. Give a nigga an inch. Better check the measurements, cause he trying to take a foot so he can stay relevant. Spread like a pestilence. Turn you to a pessimist. Spread like a pestilence. Turn you to a pessimist. God body, glowing like I'm heaven sent. You can check my.
It's just different.
And how we do it, how we do, yeah. And how we do it, how we do, yeah. The bonus for the prince, evidence my fingerprints. My residence, flowing like an alien, Anunnaki God body. Anunnaki God body, flowing like I'm never seen. Flowing like I'm never seen, spread like a pestilence. Turn you to a pessimist, give a nigga one hit. Better check the measurements. Better check the measurements, cause he try to take your foot. Cause he try to take your foot, just so say. Cause he try to take a foot, so they can stay relevant, so they can stay relevant, so they can stay, so they can stay, so they can stay relevant, so they can stay relevant, so they can stay, so they can stay relevant. Take your foot, so they can stay relevant. Give a nigga one inch. Better check the measurements, cause they try to take a foot, so they can stay relevant, so they can stay relevant. Better check the measurements, cause they try to take your foot, so they can stay relevant. So they can stay relevant. Give a nigga 1 inch. Better check the measurements, cause they try to take a foot, so they can stay relevant. Don't test my intelligence. Way too sick for medicine. Way too sick for medicine. Don't test my intelligence. Way too sick for medicine. Yeah. Give a nigga 1 inch. Better check the measurements, and they try to take a foot, just so they can stay relevant. Try to take a foot, so they can stay relevant. So they can stay relevant. Don't test my intelligence. Way too sick for medicine. I talk fast, you think so. Way too much to comprehend. Way too much to comprehend. I talk fast, you think slow. Way too much to comprehend. not pretend 9 times out of 10. And let's not pretend 9 times out of 10 I'm a 10. The line between friendship and business is thin. Never fuck a man, bitch. I fuck up his dividends to unforgivable sins. That might be where I can add the extra syllables at. It's saying 9 times out of 10 I'm a 10. I don't know. And let's not pretend 9 times out of 10 I'm a 10. I'm a 10, I'm a 10. And let's not pretend 9 times out of 10 I'm a 10. And let's not pretend 9 times out of 10 I'm a 10. I'm between friendship and business is 10. Never fuck a man's bitch. And fuck up his dividends. Fuck up his dividends. Never fuck a man's bitch. And fuck up his dividends. You won't forgive all sins and unbreakable bills. Let's not pretend 9 times out of 10 I'm a 10. Let's not pretend 9 times out of 10 I'm a 10. 9 times out of 10 I'm a 10. Friendship and business is 10. The line between friendship and business is 10. Never fuck a man's bitch and fuck up his dividends. That ain't gonna go right.
It's just different.
Sands and pyramids, I feel you. I feel you. We'll get there. I'll play around with it some more tonight.
This is just why I just can't trust the dealerships anymore. Look at this. There's my car, right? A 2016 BMW.
Breaking news. The jury has reached a unanimous verdict in the case of Daniel Penny. He's been found not guilty on the charge of criminally negligent homicide. Now remember what was at stake here. The jury could not agree on manslaughter. They failed to agree twice. The judge gave them another bite at the apple on this lesser charge, negligent. They now say not guilty.
Now, this is a follow-up from the original video I made on Saturday about the first.
Well, I don't know, man. You killed somebody, bro. You killed somebody, dude. Like,
Was he crazy? Maybe. Was he threatening people? Possibly. Did the guy actually harm anybody? That's the part I don't know. And so I haven't listened to the case. I just remember when it happened. It was in the news when it happened. Oh, some guy like choked the dude out because okay, the motherfucker gets on the New York subway. He's acting all weird and shit. He says, "I'm gonna fuck you up, bitch," and started coming at some lady or some shit. And I don't know if the report said he had a weapon on him or did he brandish a knife or something like that or whatever. Some dude on the New York subway acting fucking crazy. How is that different than any other fucking day? How is that different than any other day? But you taking it upon yourself to play vigilante, to step in and to, protect this woman's honor. And so you restrain this man. Now, once again, what kind of training do you have? Are you a professional fighter? Are you a professional bodyguard or a bouncer? Have you taken any kind of structured trained fighting classes? Like, who are you to grab somebody and to put them in a fucking chokehold to the point that you kill them? Either if you're trained and you know exactly what you're doing, that's fucking murder in the first. And if you're some dumbass untrained motherfucker, then that's negligible murder. That's negligence. Homicide by negligence. You still killed somebody, bro. You're gonna do some time for this shit. Because you don't know, you jumped on somebody not knowing what the fuck you're doing and took his life. To the point where you choked this man so hard he died. Where you can tell if somebody is no longer struggling, or you can tell if a person is no longer a threat. In other words, there had to be moments before this man ceased to exist. Moments before that, before that exact point, that he was no longer a threat. And that's when you should have stopped subduing him or stopped applying pressure or restraining and restricting his airways. When he was no longer a threat, you should have stopped doing whatever the fuck you were doing. First of all, I question why did you do that to start with? Well, he was coming at this. Everybody had. Was she in a wheelchair? Was she paralyzed? Was she on crutches? That bitch could have got up and walked away. Get up and move. Motherfuckers acting crazy on the New York subway. Get the fuck up and move. There's crazy people in New York, and some of them ride the subway. I don't see how it was a hung jury, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, not guilty on any charges. He's not guilty for anything at all. I don't know. I like this dude I'm about to listen to, Devori, Darkins. I like him, man. I listen to him a lot. I really do want to see. And he a brother. You know what I'm saying? He might be mixed with, he definitely mixed with something. You know what I'm saying? He a dark-skinned guy. I wonder what his honest opinion on this. And once again, in certain situations, like I say, man, If you really were just trying to protect this lady or save this lady, and you really thought this man was a real threat, he was a real threat, he was going to cause some real harm and damage. Okay. Restrain this motherfucker. Don't kill him. You killed him. You didn't just, like, pin him down and stop him from doing what he was doing. You went above and way beyond and took this man's life. If you already had him subdued and you already had him overpowered, you can lighten your grip a little bit. Even a real decent police officer, when someone says, hey, the cuffs are too tight, they're like, and take one little click off. Okay, the cuffs are too tight. You good? You ain't going nowhere, right? Okay, no problem. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't, you know, and it don't take all of that, bro. It don't take all of that. And if you don't know when to stop choking a motherfucker, you probably shouldn't choke a motherfucker. If you don't know when to stop. That's why legally police can't do that. You know why? Because you can kill somebody very easily, and not even from choking them. Because if you do it to a person who is standing and they pass out on their feet, and you let them go and they fall, they can smash their fucking skull open on the ground. Like, there's so many different reasons why not to do that shit. And somehow, this motherfucker, they said not guilty on any charge. Yeah, like I said, I gotta listen to my man's breakdown.
Charge against Daniel Penny being dismissed by the judge. Now it is official that he has been acquitted of all charges and found not guilty. Now let's hear the actual on-the-ground reaction from a Fox News reporter and how she is stating how the protesters are starting to get out of hand. Watch.
Hi, Harris. That's right. Protesters are pretty upset. There's a large crowd of them out here next to me. You can hear them rattling the police barricades, saying no justice, no peace. And what they're yelling now follows a series of threats that they hurled earlier as the defense walked in with their client, Daniel Penny, telling the defense team that Daniel Penny can have no peace here in New York if he's found not guilty on this lesser charge, criminally negligent homicide. And from what I can hear right now, they're repeating those threats. They are very angry. Harris, I also want to mention there were a couple people here this morning to support Daniel Penny, but the anti-Penny crowd far outweighs them, and they seem pretty upset. We're seeing police officers come out here in droves to try to keep the two groups separated for now. But I'm looking at our notes from the courtroom, and it seems like this is the first time we've seen some real emotion from Daniel Penny. His attorneys told me this morning that this trial has understandably taken a toll on him. He's been spending time with family and friends to try to stay calm. And our courtroom reporter telling me for the first time she sees him visibly smile, now hearing that jurors have decided he is not guilty of criminally negligent homicide.
Want the effects of Viagra, but faster? Meet Rose Sparks. They contain sildenafil and tadalafil, but sparks dissolve under the tongue.
Harris, are you with me?
Yes, CB, thank you. Sorry about that, and we've lost our picture.
Now let's just start with some common sense here. There's always three sets of truth, right? There's what actually happened on that train, and only the people that were physically there can vouch for that. Then there is what the media wants us to believe, which is usually operated by liberals and progressives. And then there are the other side of that, which would be people online, which could be conservatives or just social media influencers, people who just have an opinion, right? And the bottom line here is this. Daniel Penny believes he acted in self-defense and in defense of others. So when he's found not guilty, it's reasonable. Right? It's not like he walked onto the subway train looking to kill this guy. It's not like he stalked him for 3 days before the subway train, right? And it's not like the guy was sitting there peacefully, not disturbing anybody, right? And I'm talking about Jordan Neely, of course. And then also the other point here is that the prosecution failed to prove intent beyond a reasonable doubt. And when you're facing a jury and you're trying to slap someone with criminal charges, you got to prove beyond a reasonable doubt, and reasonable doubt did exist, which is why on Friday the jury couldn't come to an actual unanimous verdict, right? And that's why we had created that initial video. Now, this calls into question the Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg and why he brought these types of charges against Daniel Penny. Here's Fox News talking about that exact point.
So I think that the most surprised person in that room may be Alvin Bragg, because you have a jury that apparently couldn't agree on the more serious offense, but then they came back and they said, but we do agree that he's not guilty of the lesser offense. So it's not exactly how this was supposed to play out in his view. And you keep in mind that this is a jury that received an Allen charge. And so that's where the court says, go back and try again. It's a favorite charge of prosecutors because jurors often do then produce a compromise verdict, a conviction for the prosecutor.
Yeah, you know, that's really what I was asking my guest who's now rejoined me, Andrew Cherkasky.
That's not okay. So, and once again, if you side with this motherfucker, I get it. That's just like Dylan Roof and fucking the whole George Floyd thing. But if the jury couldn't agree on murder or not, like, yo, there's some people in that room that's just like, nah, nigga. And the jury of his peers, I don't know, man. I just feel like, honestly, for real, like, jury duty is for white people, yo. Niggas gonna try to find every way to get out of jury duty. We don't want to do that shit. I gotta miss days of work for what? To do this shit? I need my paycheck, bro. But so if a room full of mostly white people couldn't even agree if this motherfucker innocent or not, man, hey. But then y'all let him slide on the lesser charge and then come back and drop the other charges. What? Wait a minute. I'm just saying something. Hey man, you killed the motherfucker, bro. You killed this man. And once again, I don't, like I say, I don't know if there's video or whatever, and it should be, because I think there was a little bit of video. Right? But an actual incident? Okay. I don't know, I just feel like there had to be a moment where he thought to himself, okay, that's enough. He's done. I don't think he's gonna keep fighting nobody. Even if he was trying to attack you personally. Like there's you can see, I've seen fights. I've been in fights. Motherfucker, it's only a couple of licks. Is you done or not, nigga? Because we don't gotta go all the way to the extreme and really cause, extreme amounts of damage. We don't need to do all that now. Are we good or not? You done? Say uncle, nigga. Say uncle. Okay. Now let you up. Why he couldn't do that? He couldn't tell that this man was no longer a threat? Negligence. Homicide by negligence. Because you're doing some shit you ain't got no business doing. Doing some shit you don't got no business out there doing. Doking people up. Then he said he ain't smiling until after the non-guilty verdict came out. Smile. His ass was done. He thought he was going to jail, bro. Yeah, I wish I could hear the trial now. How the lawyers litigated that shit. This motherfucker must have had a badass lawyer, but that motherfucker had to be bad as fuck, bro. God damn. You top dog, boy. You got that motherfucker off the murder charge, top dog. You done convinced the jury. Go ahead, bro. Saf? Okay. Boozy. The dude got choked out on the train? Damn, why I feel like I need a snack? Well, I think I might have to, go grab it. Whatever this thing I'm smoking on, bro, this shit be giving me super munchies. I get hungry. It's just not 4 o'clock, bro. I feel like I need to eat dinner already. What do you think about that one though, Boozy? The dude who got choked out on the train? But then, cause I be trying to be fair now. I ain't lying, cause there was a story a couple years ago about some black chick going to the bodega and her and Poppy get into it over some shit about food stamps or something, man. I don't know. And then this bitch go back and get her boyfriend. And have her boyfriend come back to the bodega and apparently try to put Poppy in his place for talking shit to his girl or whatever. And then he goes, man, yo, this dude goes behind the counter and try like slapping old head up and shit, yo. And old head pulled a knife out and stuck this motherfucker good, bro. Stuck his ass good. That motherfucker died. And then the old head went to jail. They locked the old man up. Yo, I'm like, what? How? He had his place of business, and this strange man comes behind his counter and attacks him. And he poke him up, and he go to jail. Boy, I ain't understand that. I'm like, how this shit work like this, man? How that? I really ain't get that one, bro. That shit don't make no sense. They locked the old head up. And now, once again, that shit was premeditated. Whatever the little fight he was trying to cause, he thought about that shit because his girl went home and got him. Babe, this motherfucker at the stove talking about this and that. Blah, 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 blah. What? The nigga said, what? I'm about to go fuck this nigga up. Bitch, don't be talking to my girl. Like, hey, that motherfucker already. Yo, bro, don't come back. You came back down with the bullshit. You came back to the store with the bullshit. And then we come with the bullshit. Old head ain't want to hear it. Trying to brush you off. You get extra mad. You go up and try to slap him up and shit. Nah. So I get sometimes, hey, shit be happening. And sometimes people gonna lose their life. You fuck around, you find out, man. And the more you fuck around, the more you gonna find out. Simple as that. Don't fuck around too much, you'll find out the whole thing. You'll be waking up in heaven. You waking up in heaven for fucking around. But goddamn, this shit right here. I don't know, man. Once again, bro. A crazy motherfucker on the subway. If that motherfucker didn't touch you, did he touch you? He had a knife. Did he touch you with it? Did he poke you? Did he slap you? Did he spit on you? No, he said he was. He was coming in my direction. How close did he get? Did he have the weapon raised up? Was he coming at you lunging? Was he lunging at you with the weapon? Or was he just walking calmly towards you saying, I'll fuck you up, blah, 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 blah. Man, look. Listen here, son. I understand you was trying to do the right thing, but I feel like, honestly, you did too much. And I ain't gonna throw the book at you. I'm gonna need you to go sit down for a little while. Think about this shit, man. You gotta really think about what you just did, dog. You know what I'm saying? Get this motherfucker, whatever the minimum is. But you're gonna get something. You're not gonna just walk. You're not about to go back to normal life after this, dog. You killed somebody when I feel like you didn't have to. And once again, in PA we got the council law. And I love that shit. Cause I dare a motherfucker to break in my house while I'm home. Ooh. And I say it on camera. I've been waiting for this shit. I've been waiting on a day like this. Yeah. I dare motherfucker to break in my house while I'm home. Oh, a council law, nigga. Everybody dead. All of them. Entertainment purposes only. This stream is for entertainment purposes. Hey, don't believe nothing I say. I'm just having fun in here chit-chatting. But PA does have the council law. And fuck around and find out. Because they sometimes, hey, it is what it is. But in some instances, it's like, did you go too far? Was there a moment where you could have just kind of stopped and reassessed the situation? Is he still a threat? You know what I'm saying? You are in public, on a public transportation system, in one of the biggest cities in the world, during a time where we know there is a drastic mental health crisis throughout our nation. And we're trying to address it, but it's hard to address the mental health issues everywhere. So if you live in such a big metropolitan city such as New York, and you do use public transportation, you have to assume that occasionally you will bump into a crazy person who might threaten to kill you. But they probably just crazy. They're probably not, but they're probably just crazy and just talking shit. And if they not, you are well within your right to protect your person and your body and your possessions. And so if you have to do that, don't kill a motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. I don't give a fuck what you did to him up until the point when you snuffed them out. Now it's like, did you have to do that? Well, he was acting all wild and crazy. And then what happened? Well, he walked close to me, and he had this little teeny knife. He said, motherfucker, I'll fuck you up. And he got real close, and I got scared. And then what you do? And so he kind of swung, and then I grabbed him. And I grabbed the hand with the knife, and I shook his hand, and he dropped the knife, and then I put him in the chokehold. Okay, you grabbed, and then what happened? Then his foot got tangled in my foot, and then we kind of fell back. And now we're both on the ground, but I still got him in a chokehold. And what was he saying? Well, he wasn't really saying a lot, because he was choking. So it was kind of sound like, And then what were you doing? I was just like, help me. And then what happened? And then he died. And then he died. Yeah, he kind of just died, like, in my arms. I know. How long was you choking him? Like 3 minutes? 3 minutes? Was he thrashing and kicking and struggling? Yeah, for a little while. For how long? Maybe about a minute. So he fought back for about a minute. And then after he stopped fighting, you still choked him for another 2 minutes? Sir. I think you went too far. I don't feel like you had to do all that. I don't feel like you had to do all that, you know? That's a lot, nigga. You just... Really? 2 minutes? He wasn't fighting no more? The motherfuckers go limp when they pass out. You know, people, you go limp when you pass out, right? So as soon as you felt his muscles relax, why didn't you let him go? Why didn't you let him go then? My adrenaline was rushing, and I guess I didn't notice it. Yeah, and this is why I would agree on negligent homicide, nigga. Okay, I get all of that. I understand everything. I understand everything. Up until the point where you killed them. This motherfucker wasn't actively raping your daughter and you bust in the room and fucking power drive this motherfucker head into the floor or some shit. Like, I can understand that. I can understand that. Easy. Innocent. Innocent. There's certain times where something happened and you kill a motherfucker. Hey, once again, you and your wife was at home, and what happened? 3 people broke in your house. You got a baby in there too? And a dog? Oh, Lord. What happened to the dog? Oh, my God. And it was 3 of them in your house. So what you do? You grabbed a gun. And what? You just shot in a direction, right? You ain't really aim. You didn't aim at any one of them. You just shot in a direction. And you actually hit one of them, and he ain't make it out. That's on him. Innocent. Easy. Yeah, they locked that man up for protecting not just his store, himself too, man. Himself. That once again, this man, because the old boy actually hit him. He walked behind the counter and started like slapping dude up. Once again, old head, he ain't know if this motherfucker had a gun or a knife on him. So old head grabbed his sticky pokey and went to work. Pop, 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 pop. Went to work on the young boy. Nigga, don't play with me in my place of business. Bringing that bullshit in, I will poke this shit out you, boy. Poke him up, and he go to jail. I'm still upset about that, man. Still upset about that shit. That's crazy. In New York, that happened in New York too. It's like who be the judge over these cases, man? How y'all be presiding over these trials? Y'all don't be giving people the fair deal, bro. Some of this shit don't be sounding right. I swear it don't, man. He come in your business, attack you, you defend yourself. This guy just happened to die, and now you in trouble. Okay. Let me know. Never to move to fucking New York. Okay? Oh man, there's gonna be so many leaves. Oh my god. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It is okay. It's okay. It's okay. We'll get through this one. I keep losing my place. Like, which leaf am I painting right now? It's yeah, the New York subway thing, this was earlier this year. They got the trial pretty quick, you know what I'm saying? It happened this year. Yeah, I think I am gonna grab a snack or something. I got crazy munchies. I'm trying to think what is down there to snack on. It's only 4:30. I might try to go for another hour, maybe 5:30.
Jonathan, was this idea that it is a gift. Because what it's telling the jury tacitly is, you need to go back and find this guy guilty of something. So have at it, and here's a lower charge. Maybe that's not the intention, but that is that favor that you talk about that jurors may perceive it as.
Now let's remember here, the medical examiner's report and the testimonies indicated that Daniel Penny was attempting to subdue Jordan Neely and not cause fatal harm. And also, they ruled that the death of Jordan Neely was not due to the chokehold. So, if you're a jury, you have to take that into consideration. How can you find him guilty, right? If you know that's not why he died, when Daniel Penny was using some form of self-defense. Now, of course, Jordan Neely's father had something to say about this, and here's his statement.
Bro, did you know that this X-19 leather is totally legal for everyone to own? No permit required. We just got a fresh batch in from.
I just want to say, I miss my son. My son didn't have to go through this. I didn't have to go through this either. It hurts. Really, really hurts. What are we gonna do, people? What's gonna happen to us now? I had enough of this. The system is rigged. Come on, people. Let's do something about this.
Let's do something about it. Too often, we have Eric Garner's mother here.
Now, before we get to what the father is actually talking about, what about how the media is actually reporting on this verdict? This brings me to today's sponsor, Ground News. Head over to ground.news/Devori to check them out today. So let me show you how powerful this tool really is. Now, I searched up the story Daniel Penny found not guilty in chokehold death of Jordan Neely. Now, what this tool will do is bring in all of the articles and organize it across the political spectrum. And what I want to do is show you the comparison between articles that are labeled that are on the left and then articles that are labeled to be on the right. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. On the left, MSNBC is saying Daniel Penny found not guilty in subway chokehold death of Jordan Neely, which implies, for some reason, that he died because of the chokehold, right? Now, if we look at articles on the right, here's a title, Daniel Penny found not guilty in Neely chokehold case. You see the bias in the reporting, there's a clear difference. This is why every story on this tool has something called a bias distribution score, which will tell you overall which way does this story lean. And they also have another powerful tool called the blind spot tool, which are stories that are
Okay, so with the George Floyd thing, right? My thing is, I don't think that nigga should have died either, man. You already got him subdued. He's on the ground. Why you pin him down so long, bro? Why motherfucker gotta be on the ground for damn near 10 minutes? Just pick his ass up, put him in the car. Fuck that shit, man. Now, making statues out this motherfucker and holidays and a martyr out this dude and all that shit, I don't know about all that, bro. That motherfucker. But then in that case, too, they said, oh, he didn't die. He didn't die from the chokehold or the knee to the neck or whatever. He died from the fentanyl in the system. Or the, whatever they said he took. Fucking ecstasy or whatever he took. They said that's what killed him. Not the actual physical trauma inflicted by the police officer. That's not what killed him. The drugs in his system killed him. Okay. I can almost believe that too. Almost. But then, now in this case, the guy put this other dude in the chokehold who's acting crazy, threatening people, may or may not have a weapon. And so you choke this motherfucker out, put him in the chokehold, right? But even in this case, now they're saying it wasn't the chokehold that killed him. Then what the fuck killed this dude then? What the fuck killed this man? It's never the chokehold that killed these people. It wasn't the chokehold. What was it? What was it, man? Somebody, I gotta hear this part. Somebody tell me, what the fuck, what was the cause of death? And if you, I now feel like the pop's a little bit, the system is rigged, man. What we gonna do now? They said they wanted the chokehold to kill my son. Then what is it, people? Mr. Coroner person. Ma'am, or sir, what was the actual cause of death? Above and beyond asphyxiation due to restricted airways caused by apply pressure intentionally from an individual. So if that's not the cause of death, then we gotta word that shit to me in layman's terms using very small one-syllable words so I understand fully. I need to really understand, how did he die? He no die from choking. He died from drugs. You gotta tell me something. This is the first time I'm disagreeing with this guy, which is very refreshing. I hate when I agree with people all the time. But if I listen to you long enough, nigga, you're gonna disagree somewhere, which is good. Which is a good thing. And now I can say that shit. Oh, you only listen to people who you agree with. No, I don't. I hardly ever agree with anybody 100% of the time. And this is one of those moments right here where I've been listening to this dude's channel for a couple of months now. And this is the first time I don't agree with his analysis completely. You know, I'm like, nah, I can see that shit a different way, dog. I just see that shit kind of different, bro.
Unfortunately, being reported by only one side of the political spectrum. And that's why I love Ground News, and you will too. So head over to the link in the description below by pinned comment or scan the QR code. It's going to take you over to ground.news/DeVore to get 50% off the Vantage plan for the rest of this year. And you can, if you're already a subscriber, you can give that same 50% off to a family or friend. Now, you can obviously perceive his statement, let's do something about it, in so many different ways.
Yeah.
And what I would actually say, since I know a lot of people are going to watch this video, what should be done about all of this is truly protesting in this country about the failed mental health industry. I mean, if you really want to get upset.
Okay, there we go. See, I brought that back up. There is a great mental health issue. And we know that. So don't go kill crazy people because they're crazy people out here, bro. Some people just crazy, man. Leave them motherfuckers alone. Once again, if you didn't feel like your life was in immediate danger, you should not have taken his life. I don't give a fuck what color he is or how crazy he acting. Motherfuckers just crazy nowadays, bro. Yeah. Mental health is not good for everybody right now. And it fucking sucks, but that's the world we live in. And so, and some bipolar, manic depressive, schizophrenic people can't get the proper treatment that they need, or services, or care, or counseling, or any of that shit, yo. You see these people out in public, man, mind your own fucking business. And don't kill them. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker got a pops, dad right there crying, grieving right now. No matter what kind of message he trying to send or whatever, yo. That was his goddamn son. Pops know his son crazy as fuck. Everybody who knew that motherfucker knew he was crazy as hell. Once again, there ain't no reason to take his damn life and snuff him out like that. That's New York, nigga. I don't live in New York, and I don't visit that shit very often. But when I go, I definitely brace myself. Alright, bro, you about to go into the city, dog. Get ready, cause you never know. You just don't know, bro. That's a beast. New York is a beast of a place. And if you're not prepared mentally and physically, hey man, motherfucker might eat you one day. So I absolutely get it. Thank God I don't gotta live that shit every day. I'm out of here. But, hey man, you choose to live there. You choose to live in New York, and you choose not to have a private personal vehicle. So now you on public trains with crazy people. Hey boy, that's on you. That's on you. Don't kill people because you gotta ride public train because you ain't got no car. Hater. Rob, anything I type is for N10 per zone. Hey, don't pay attention to Rob. Rob just chatting. Don't believe nothing that man said. Yo, I remember that picture, yo. Hey, there's always a fall guy, bro. There's always a fall guy. Just like this dude who shot the CEO. They talking about they caught him here in Pennsylvania. Not far from where I'm at, yo. And then, but that second picture they showed of the dude, he ain't wearing the same clothes. I don't think that was the same person. Man, they be a fall guy every once in a while, man. No, I don't remember that shit, bro. Hey, man. That's like, you look at the old Biden and Biden now, his ears look different. Hey, everybody been saying the Biden got a body double. And sometimes you see the real man, and sometimes you see his body double. But on top of that, I don't blame these motherfuckers, yo. If I had that much power and command and authority, and I'm leading the free world and the nation, I need me a body double just in case motherfucker try to assassinate me. Now listen here, body double. You dumb as fuck, and I don't like you. The only reason you got this job is because me and you look alike. That's it. I'm gonna pay you a lot of money because I'm putting your life on the line. Simple as that. So, you know, if I feel like there's a chance I might get shot, I'm gonna send you out first, okay? And you make sure the coast is clear for me. Okay? Simple as that. Get a fat payday. If you can survive after 4 years, you're grateful. Okay? Only thing is, you can't get no new tattoos and you can't shave your hair. Oh, you gotta look like me all the time. You gotta walk like me. You gotta talk like me. You gotta like the same foods I like.
And rail against the government and the system, let's rail against the mental health system, right? There has been no solution up to this point in a very long time to what's going on in our country as it pertains to mental health. Can we at least admit that?
I work in the prison system, and my organization we deal with the homeless population a lot. And in between jail and the street, it's just a lot of mental health issues. I swear to fucking God, yo. Most of these people are not bad people. They're not criminals. They just have some. They're on the spectrum of something. Asperger's, autism, whatever it is, man. They're on the spectrum of something, and they get lost and they fall through the cracks, and you know, their family either dies off or don't want anything to do with them, and then, you know, it's tough for people like that. And then if someone doesn't help them get into a safe and secure space within the system where they can get the proper assistance and guidance and help and counseling and everything else, then they're always going to be looked at as criminal. They're always going to be looked at as a crazy person and not a person who has a mental issue which has led to self-medication, which has led to a drug addiction. Now you got schizophrenia and drug addiction. And so now you have to treat both instead of just locking motherfuckers up or choking them to death on the subway. I don't even know if that makes sense or not, but
And they give that attention. But let me ask this question. Black Lives Matter. Where were you at when Jordan Neely was clearly having issues with his mental health? What about all those other cases that he was involved in where he committed crimes? Where were you then trying to support him and get him back on his feet? Oh yeah, that's right. You guys only show up when it's very convenient for you, right? Now, here is Alan Dershowitz on Newsmax actually talking about something that I think we all can agree with. Alvin Bragg needs to go.
Sir, did you want to start off with just the immediate reaction to the not guilty verdict in the Daniel Penny case?
I have to admit I was a little surprised. Having hung on the higher count, I was not expecting they would so quickly acquit on the lower count. It probably shows that there were only one or two people in the original high count that hung based on their desire to see a conviction. So I think it's a good thing. Now, I think the next step has to be the removal of Alvin Bragg from the role of district attorney. He is a disgrace to the office. The two cases he brought should never have been brought. The case against Donald Trump, which was made up out of whole cloth, which to my mind involves unethical, unprofessional conduct by Bragg, and also this case, which should never have been brought either. He brought it only because of the racial component to the case and because of pressures from Black Lives Matter and other groups on the outside, both white and black radicals who wanted these cases to be brought, wanted this case to be brought, and who are going to continue to complain even though there were obviously black members of the jury who voted to acquit as well.
You need this little drawing board, so when you plug it in, the edges light up and it glows. I'm not the greatest artist, but I can draw mediocre.
So it's interesting. So you have black people that were actually on the jury. That's number one. Number two, some people believe, like you just heard, that the case was only brought for political and social justice reasons, not for actual justice, which leads me to point number three. When these district attorneys do things like this, and if you're really all about Black Lives Matter, they actually do more damage to the black community, the black image, right? Because now what we are reinforcing is this image of victimization. When are we as black people going to stop tolerating things like this, right? You don't need to bring a case to prove anything to me as a black person in this country. If someone committed a crime, they should be prosecuted. And if they did it, then they did it. You don't need to make it about my skin color.
Professor, what do you make of how quickly they came back with this verdict? And also, too, there's the civil case.
And that's why I just realized, too, and I wasn't doing it purposely, but in the scenario, when I talk about it hypothetically, I don't have to bring race into it. Race doesn't matter. Once again, it's just a crazy person, bro. Black, white, Asian, whatever, man. Don't politicize this thing because it's a white dude and some black guy. No. It's an untrained profession, untrained, non-professional person trying to restrain another citizen who has a mental issue and is probably going through some type of episode right now and really needs fucking medication and a therapist, not a knock upside the head, you know? You don't have to bring race into this shit at all. Not one bit. Don't fucking hurt crazy people. If they're not fucking hurting you and directly attacking you and you don't feel like your life is in immediate danger, then leave the crazy people alone, man. Sure.
That he's also facing too, Daniel Penny. Does that, given that he's not guilty on the criminal case, what happens to the civil case as well?
It'll be thrown out. There's no case there. Civilly, the only thing that will happen is that Penny will get an enormous amount of discovery, and we'll get much more information that we don't now have about the alleged victim in the case. So my prediction is it will be withdrawn. I don't think they'll go any further. I don't think they'll get any kind of a verdict. Now, maybe the city will settle. If they sue the city as well. If I were the lawyers for the alleged victim, I probably think I'd have a better shot at getting some money from the city, which was sympathetic, obviously, to the victim, than from a poor former Marine who probably doesn't have a lot of money. So I don't think the civil case is going anywhere.
A former Marine? There you go. That's the part I was waiting to see. So you're not a layperson. You're not a layperson, nigga. You train. You're a trained killer. Come on, man. Want to be in the military? Yeah. Here. Let me show you how to kill people. Here's a gun. A former Marine. You were in the Marines? Okay. I don't give a fuck what your rank is. They taught you how to kill people. You know how to kill a man? You do, don't you? They taught you how to kill a man with your bare hands too, can't you? I bet you can. I know you can. You're a Marine. America's fighting in court. You know what I'm saying? You're a Marine. You know how to kill people? You guilty, bitch. You get all day. You guilty. You killed that man. You knew what you was doing. Oh boy, don't tell me that. You a trained killer. Nigga, you knew when to stop. You knew when to stop. You knew when to stop. You knew. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You knew when to stop. You knew you killed that man. Yep. Hey, he guilty. He killed that man. He a trained Marine. He was in the Marines. Oh, you couldn't convince me otherwise. I don't care what other evidence you got to show. I don't care about the victims, or I don't care about the deceased man's criminal record. I don't give a fuck what he did 10 minutes before that. You know why? Because everybody has the right to a fair trial. That's why. Oh, that was Dylan Roof in South Carolina. That's why Dylan Roof got taken to jail after he killed 9 people. It don't matter. You caught him alive, you get a right to a fair trial. So again, even 10 minutes or an hour before, I don't give a fuck what that man was doing. Even if he just committed some kind of heinous crime, lock him up, take him to jail, and let him have his fair shot, but in front of a jury, just like everybody else. That's how the law is set up. That's how the law is set up. Everybody get a fair shot. But what happened? This trained killer, saw a crazy person acting crazy. Where at? In public. A trained killer saw a crazy person acting crazy in public and killed that man. Oh, you guilty, bro. You guilty as fuck, man. I don't even want to hear no more, really. Devori, why don't you bring that part up, bro? Why don't you bring the part up about him being a trained killer? Say that part. Say he a trained killer, man. Say that part, bro. Trained by who? The U.S. government. Boy, the best teachers in the world on how to, you want to know how to kill a motherfucker. Hey, the U.S. government can tell you that shit better than anybody else. They can teach you that shit better than anybody, boy. How to kill a motherfucker. Let the U.S. tell it. Hey, a million ways and plus one to die.
I'm O.J. Simpson, where the civil case won after the criminal case lost. There was no case here to bring it all, either civil or criminal.
Now, let's really pay attention here, people. This is, again, another case, another story that they're going to want to push in order to divide us. So whether you are white or black or Asian, male, female, you're from the South, you're from the North, you're from the country, you're from the city. The whole objective here really behind all of this is to continue to pump in the minds of American citizens that racism is alive and well, and that the system is still out to get black people. And again, what does that create? Division. They don't want us united. They don't want us thinking for ourselves. And let me tell you, it's okay to stand up and say, hey, you know what? I agree with that verdict. But I also agree that we need to do something about the mental health crisis in our country. I also agree that maybe Jordan Neely should have never even been in that position. Daniel Penny should have never been in that position. He should have never had to do anything like that, right? The people on the subway should have never had to experience that. That all can be true at the same time. Now, if you're a true believer like Hawk Newsom, you would think everything I just said is ludicrous. And in fact, hear his reaction to the verdict.
It's like everybody else has vigilantes. We need some black vigilantes.
That's right.
People want to jump up and choke us and kill us for being loud. How about we do the same when they attempt to oppress us?
Right.
I'm tired. I know you're looking for us to be like, oh, go and march. Go and march. No. This weekend, I want you to hold a community event everywhere from the Bronx to Houston to Seattle to Florida. Black people hold community events and talk about what you need.
Now, I'm not even going to get into the weeds of what he was saying. I'm just going to get to the bottom line, which is this. Everything that comes out of the mouth of people like him, especially true believers of the Black Lives Matter movement, and they think the system is oppressing black people, it all comes from a place of victimization. It's lack, it's limiting beliefs, it's limiting a negative mindset. If that's the way you see the world, it doesn't matter what I say or anyone says. It doesn't even matter if someone is white and they do the right.
No, I think you just said a very positive thing. Ain't no need to go out and march and protest and none of that shit, nigga. Hold some community events. Man, we need the elders, we need the church folks, we need the gang members, we need the young niggas, we need the thoughts, we need everybody, we need everybody, because everybody got a community except black people. And yeah, we live in the same neighborhood, but we don't have the same common unity. A community, a common unity. Black folks really don't have that when you think about it. We all crabs in the bucket, motherfuckers out for ourselves, man. We can't do that shit like the Jews and the Puerto Ricans and the Arabs and all these motherfuckers figure out a way to stick together ethnically and economically. They figure out a way to do that shit. And there's nothing wrong with that. I admire that shit, yo. Cause when I go to the Indian restaurant and I taste their seasonings and that they food be tasting so good, that shit be delicious, bro. I love spending my money on some Indian food. Cause the way they flavor their food is so unique and so tasty. But you don't never see these motherfuckers shopping at the same grocery store you shop at. Cause they spend their money with people who look like them so they can get their Indian herbs and spices for their business. They don't need to shop in the same places we shop. And that's fucking great. There's 2 stores locally here in my city that are all Spanish and got everything written in Spanish and all the cool ass Brazilian and Mexican brands and all this other stuff from Spanish nations. Nobody don't say shit about that, cause that shit is badass, y'all. I go up in there and buy some fucking whatever them spices be in a little bag, cause that shit be good as hell. Get some of them dried chilies and some of the other shit. Give me a couple cans of some Goya. You know what I'm saying? Some Sazon. That shit be good as fuck. I like it. But as soon as niggas be like, you know what, we need to talk about some shit, guys. Y'all remember Black Wall Street? We need to do that again. Them motherfuckers look at us like we crazy. I think you just had one of the best suggestions ever. Because I'm so tired of marching and protesting. That's what you need to do. We need to sit down and talk, motherfuckers. I'm tired of walking. You know what I'm saying? I got a car. I'm gonna drive over to the meeting hall and we can discuss some shit. Just walking down the side of the highway yelling, and that shit don't get you nowhere but tired and thirsty. And you'll get on the news. You'll be on the news looking like a fool, like a goddamn clown. That's what you want. You want people to keep clowning you? I ain't trying to let these motherfuckers keep clowning me, man. I ain't with no Black Lives Matter, none of that bullshit. Fuck all that shit, bro. Is y'all talking? What y'all trying to talk about? Oh, see, when y'all talk behind closed doors, somehow money started disappearing. And somehow, yo broke ass from the hood, now you got a multi-million-dollar mansion in a white part of town. Oh, Lord, you couldn't even write a better drama than this. You couldn't even write a better drama than that. And people like, oh, you gonna put a Black Lives Matter sticker on my nothing. Not on my, I don't need no bumper stickers, no window decals, no signs in my yard. I don't need none of that Black Lives Matter, none of that bullshit. If y'all want Black Lives to matter, y'all want to change some shit, let's come sit down somewhere and discuss what do we need to do to make real and tangible and lasting change. Something that we can distribute and pass down for a couple generations. Nobody want those conversations are hard because why? In order to do that, a large group of people would need to formulate a common unity. You would have to make a common unity first before you move forward with the plan. Because we have to agree. Are we all in agreement? Are we all unified? Is that the common consensus from the group? So we do now have a common unity, right? Okay, good. This is our community. Let's move forward from here. No. Nobody don't see it like that though. And that's fine.
You always will see it from a negative light. That's why that type of rhetoric is never going to get the end result that they're actually looking for. And obviously my prayers go out to both families, right? Because nobody really wins in all of this, right? But here's my question for you guys. Do you guys agree with this not guilty verdict? And if you do, explain why in the comment section below. Now, if you disagree, please also explain in the comment section below. Now, okay, so on that topic of the justice system, President-elect Trump sat down with Meet the Press host Kristen Welker. And yes, she did try to press him and clash with him over the idea that he would weaponize the justice system against his political opponents. But what she was not prepared for was how disciplined, how sound and tactful, and how much Donald Trump actually dominated in this interview. So if you guys want to check that video out, all you have to do is click on it because it's coming up right now.
So many law firm commercials. How do you choose the right firm? A lot of firms can talk big, but Saltz Mondeluzzi Bendesky is one of the largest personal injury law firms in Pennsylvania. And we've had more than 700 verdicts or settlements of $1 million or more. When choosing your lawyer, ask yourself, do they have the results? Do they have the reputation to prove to you that they could fight for you and win? Saltz Mondeluzzi Bendesky. Don't settle for less.
Yo. Hello?
What's going on, man? Mustard!
Mustard on the beat, ho.
You live right now or no?
Yeah, I'm live right now. I'm about to hop off in a few minutes though.
Oh, because I got the kids in the background. How you feel? How you feel about this situation, man?
I think he should have got something, man. I don't think he should have walked scot free, bro. I don't think he should have walked.
The shooter?
Huh?
The shooter or the guy
The subway guy.
And the train?
Yeah, I talk about the choke.
No, the subway guy. It's iffy, but let's look at it that way, right? But this is the problem I see behind it. There's two things. One, the guy was falling out of the train on everybody, right? So, basically he was holding him. He was holding him. It's not fair you're gonna charge him for murder and everybody else was helping and holding the guy down. So you can't just charge him for, you get what I'm saying?
I gotta see the video again. So what really just pushed me over the top with that one is, I just heard that he's a Marine.
No, that has nothing to do with
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
But the thing with Marines, like rear naked, like choke on the position right here, it's a form of restraint.
Yeah.
It's not
Exactly. Not to kill somebody. So you have.
No, he did not. Okay, but the problem was this though. You restrained the guy. I get it. You restrained the guy. But at the same time, you gotta look at that. Everybody else that was there was holding the guy down with him.
Okay, so why ain't let his neck go? If you have help restraining this man, if it's not just you who's trying to restrain him and other people are helping you, loosen your fucking grip. You're a trained Marine. You have been taught to fight. You have. I can't because now everything was good until that came into play. Bro. Listen, hold on. Listen, Ruby, because you military now. I was literally having this whole debate when you called, and I said there's two things that I can think about. Is that if you are a lay person and you have no kind of training with fighting or anything, you're not experienced in fighting, I can kind of see you not knowing what you're doing and really hurting somebody. But I said to myself, if this guy has like the slightest bit of training, then you should know when a person body goes limp. You should know that when you have someone restrained well enough that they're no longer a threat. If you have any level of or degree of fighting experience, you should be able to dictate that. And I didn't, and then later on, as I'm listening to more people talk about it, it's like, oh, and he was a Marine. I'm like, oh shit, there's that training aspect of it. Bro, if somebody trained you to fight just a little bit, if you just know a little bit about fighting and self-defense, you could probably tell more than likely the exact moment when that man was no longer a threat. And especially if you have other people helping you to restrain him, you should have been able to gauge a little bit better, whereas he's not a threat. And then in that case, if the man if he still would have lost his life, then I would have said, okay, that's just negligent homicide. It's not murder in the first, it's not intentional, not murder in the second. And I would not say, oh, you did that purposely, maliciously, like, no, but
But even still, what you said, okay, there's some parts of it I disagree with. His intention was not to kill this guy.
no, and I don't think so either. I don't think he intended to do that. I don't think so.
The thing was this though, and I'm telling everybody want to say, oh, there's gonna be a protest right now because of this. But my question is this though, you see, this is the problem that society's facing. Now this guy started wandering out of the train, no one did nothing.
Bro,
And this guy,
my other big argument is you're in New York and you're riding public trans. What the fuck do you think you're gonna run into in New York on the fucking subway?
okay, I get it, Travis. But if this guy started attacking people, you know what you're gonna say? Oh, all these people were there, nobody did anything. That's what they was gonna say. So we live in a time right now, it's a dim if you do and dim if you don't. Because now let's just say this dude start wandering out now and start slashing people and start cutting people. And then what they're gonna say? They're gonna say, oh well, these people just sat there, they didn't do nothing. So the moral of what I got from this is, if somebody's getting attacked in public, just walk away.
Exactly.
It's not worth it.
If it's not you, mind your fucking business, bro. Did he attack you? Did he hurt you? Was he charging at you with a weapon?
But at the same time, you gotta understand, like, in morale, that's when morale kicks in. That's when morale kicks in.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I'm in plane, if I'm in the car, in the same car with you, you start wanting at this person. Why don't you think they're gonna come at me? Because nobody's doing anything. So I went to the vicinity. I'm in danger as well. So I might as well stop you before you get to me. It's almost like an active shooter. Yeah, you start shooting down the hall or down the street over there, down the side of the room. I'm on the other side of the room. I'm not in danger. Should I do something about it? You see what I'm saying? So it comes to the level of a morale thing. He did it out of a morale. How should I say this? It's part of the military. I gotta defend someone.
I get it. Yeah, and that's when your training kicks in. Your fighting training. Yes. Well, exactly, bro.
Or anything like that. Because at the same time, let's put it this way. If that was your loved one in that train, and somebody attacked them like that, and then they get murdered or something, everybody just stand there. Everybody will be like, oh, nobody did anything. We're going to watch this person get brutally murdered. It's time and time again. This is what we get to society over here now. People get attacked with like this stuff on the record and nobody helped.
And you know what? I get that. And I'm happy he restrained the man and stopped him from causing any real damage. You should have had the wherewithal, especially with military training, to know when to stop. He is no longer a threat.
Watch the video again. When he was holding him, he was being combative the whole time. People was all helping him.
Hey man, you're not gonna fight and thrash with all your might and power if you're at the brink of death. You can't fight and thrash with all your power right before you die.
If they're charge him. They should charge everybody that held him for accomplice.
Yeah.
Let's call it spade.
Yeah, I would do so. If
But you
that.
know why they didn't do it? You know why they didn't do it? Because everybody else was black and he was the only white guy there.
Man, fuck all that shit, bro.
At the same time, you know what's so funny? At the same time, a black dude killed a homeless when he was trying to rob somebody in the train. The homeless guy tried to defend the person. That person got slashed and killed, and nobody talked about that. You see the double-edged sword? You see the logic? Like people are not paying attention. You go look it up. The same time this happened, a homeless guy was defending people on the train. He got killed. And nobody talk about it.
No. Like I say, man, I'm not even.
Keep it a buck. This honestly, let's keep it a buck. This whole thing, this whole case is the whole subway vigilante. Remember what happened in the 90s when he was getting robbed, you went off and start shooting?
Oh yeah.
It's just another one. But at the same time too, I agree with some extent with you, but at the same time I don't. Because at the same time, the moral purpose of a human being is like if someone is born out of it, yes, you will you're in danger. At the same time, I'm in the street with you. What if you start slashing me when you come to me? That's nobody wants to. And see, he did something. That's when people jumped in. You see, so to me, it's I know, but imagine yourself now, Shaq, like an 80-year-old lady or a 12-year-old kid. This guy slashed his face and attacked him. You as a hey, you won't be okay for a thinking like, damn, I should have done something. That's the worst feeling you can
do. I mean, I honestly, if I saw somebody attack somebody and physically cut them like that, then I'm all over you, bro. But until you really hurt somebody, it's not my business, man. He's acting or he's being very threatening. But you know, until he hurts somebody.
At the same time, that situation was one of those situations like, hey, I'm gonna get you before you get me. Because people don't understand this. The reason why all this happened, slashing, and the training in New York City is high. People getting stabbed, people getting slashed. When this guy said, I'm gonna hurt you, I'm gonna cut you, he's threatening everybody. Everybody's like, yo, nobody said nothing. Nobody said nothing. Nobody did anything. Yes, I mean, it's a sticky situation. It's messed up because now this guy go through all that. Yes, he's not guilty. I understand that, but for us not to go through all that. Now imagine that somebody's defending your loved one in a train the same way, and then they go through an ordeal. That's messed up, man. And then there's now somebody's family member that got killed. They're like, oh, all these people on the train. Why nobody stop them? Why not? Because they know if they stop them, they're gonna go through this trial. They're gonna go through all of this for what? That's something we're not getting. That's just me, you know. This one's a good debate. Then you can go back and forth on this one.
No, I don't think. Hey, bro, I think he did the right thing by trying to step in. I think that he should have just known when to stop. That's the only thing, bro. You should have just known. If you don't know your own strength and if you don't know how to properly execute a situation like that, then don't put yourself in a situation because somebody can potentially fucking die.
But he did not put himself in the situation.
He grabbed the man. He grabbed that man. He grabbed that man. And on top of that, you have training. You are a trained killer. You should know better. He should have known better. That comes into play. I don't give a fuck what if you were a professional kickboxer, if you're a professional just a normal boxer, or if you're trained in jiu-jitsu and you get in a fight in the streets, that comes up. Are you a trained fighter? And they ask you that. And this man is a trained killer from the military. He should have known better. Yes, your moral compass directs you to jump in and stop this thing before it gets out of hand. And you should have known when to release your grip and when this man was subdued and when he was no longer a threat. That's the only thing. And you could have told, once again, you're military trained, tell everybody else, back up, he's good, he's all right, and pin his ass down, put a knee in his back or something. I got him.
Here's a question. This is reversal, right? let's just say you kickboxer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the same thing. You punch him, and he's on the ground to die. It's the same thing.
Exactly. You know better, bro. You are a professional fighter.
How can you say he know better, right? If he's defending somebody, to me, it's just like this one. I feel like his moral compass is where it was.
Man, these kickboxers get in that ring, and they when the kickboxer in the ring, they do everything short. They do everything short of killing each other, and so you know when you're about to kill somebody. Stop. Just stop a little bit short before you kill them.
But I get where you're coming from. But at the same time, morally, yeah, that was not his intent.
No, I don't. Once again, I agree. I agree on that. No, I agree on that.
But at the same time, this is what bothers me. I tell everybody this. I'm like, I think that if he's gonna go to trial, I think everybody that held him, I don't care if you're black, white, Latino, Hispanic, everybody should be an accomplice to this man's murder. Not only this man going through the whole that.
Yeah, I say so too.
That's what huh?
I say that too, because now, if you're exactly, if you're helping hold this man down and you're watching everything that's going on, and you see this dude start to black out or pass out, you should have told that man, yo, stop, he's good. I think he's asleep. You put him out. Stop choking him. Whoever was helping him, you're with it too, motherfucker. Yeah, you too. Everybody should have been paying a little bit more attention. Don't kill this man. And on top of that, it must have been obvious that he was going through some kind of mental episode. He's crazy. He's a crazy person. He's saying some real crazy shit right now, and yeah, he's looking kind of scary. But don't kill him. Don't kill him because he's crazy. Being crazy is a month.
They don't say don't kill him. He died in the process. He died in the process.
Yeah, but now they're saying, oh, the chokehold wasn't what killed him. It's like, oh, this about to be the George Floyd thing again. No, the chokehold didn't kill him. And what the fuck killed him then? How'd he die then?
The air stopped moving this one. But the thing is this, though. The thing is this. Like I said, everybody should be charged. But you get where I'm coming from, right? People trying to make it into a race issue. I'm like, yo, you can't make it a race issue.
No, it's definitely not a race issue.
Everybody should be charged. I was there. Everybody.
No, I don't see the racial part.
But at the same time, you go look up the other case. The same time that happened, this dude was robbing. I don't know, either robbing somebody, something he's doing a trade. A homeless guy jumped to defend them. That man got killed. That guy who did all that was a black dude, of course. Bail, everything. No media, no nothing about it. And he killed somebody. Do you see, like, how they keep flipping things?
Mm-hmm.
Then after this election, of course, everything's gonna be racist now.
Well, you live in one of the biggest democratic cities, man.
Yeah, but to me, I feel like that incident went south. But for everybody that was awful. He went to no, he did not. He did not. It was, like you said, maybe like we don't know what was going through his mind. Like at the time, like but everybody that was there that helped him, held him down, they all should be charged. They all should be charged.
I gotta find that video, man. I gotta watch that video again now. Why? Because I know that somebody had recorded it, but the first time I seen it was like 5 seconds. That shit wasn't hardly nothing.
Everybody that held them down, they all should be charged too. Period. That's me. That's me talking. If you're gonna charge this man for murder, everybody else should be for negligence, whatever. Everybody should be charged for accomplice.
Yeah, I can agree.
That's the Meladorian way.
I agree with that.
Because I'm getting tired of everything's about race. Getting tired of it.
You know
what I'm saying?
No, I'm right there with you, bro. I'm right there with you, dad.
It's kind of fun. But yeah, everything like, you need some water? I'm looking at the boys dinner right now.
Hey man, what, you ain't gonna teach your two sons that all white people are racist, man, and they oppress?
Nah, I'm not doing that.
What? You got to. Oh, you got to, man. You got to tell him the white man is the devil, man.
It's a lie. We discovered Africa.
Yeah. He said, I am not teaching my sons none of this bullshit.
Yeah, because let me tell you, honestly, it's a victim mentality. And I tell not to everybody that, and I tell my wife all the time, my kids are not victims. My kids are not victims. And they are like, oh, it's because of like, no. My kids are not victims. I'm raising men, not victims. But yeah, if you watch a video, man, it to me, I feel like, to me, what I get out of it is, besides that, yeah, the person died, what I see is that how they did all that, but then I look at the aspect of like how, like when something's going on, nobody wants to help people, and then they'll turn around the same person, like, oh hey, somebody should do something. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm talking about?
I feel you. I think.
That's my problem with the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because people will put you in court now, somebody died instead of helping. Now, because what this case went through, everybody's like, you know what? I'd rather record and not help.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting from this whole case. This whole case, man.
We are gonna have less vigilantes out there.
And then you got like, it almost like the same way the guy on Subway. He shot that game, oh, it's listening more motivated. No, y'all trying to rob him. Y'all trying to remember that thing in the 90s?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, he's racist. No, bro. Y'all was trying to rob the man. And you brought a knife to a gunfight. You lost. What? You know? So, that's the whole time we had this case is that it's bad, but I feel like we're at the point now, like, if somebody's in a crisis or somebody needs help, at any age, and nobody's really gonna have any, and if somebody do help, and things do go south, people quick to like, oh, it's this. You get what I'm saying, though? So, I feel like that's gonna be a problem in the future.
No, we got tough times ahead of us, bro. We got a lot of shit to figure out, man. The mental health issue has to get addressed in this country, man. And everybody who has some kind of mental issues or who are on the spectrum and are at risk of falling through the cracks and always get labeled as criminal when they just need fucking medication and therapy, like, we gotta figure out better ways to handle these people so that they're not going out.
Do you believe that, like, Kennedy's saying something in the mental about our mental illness?
Bro, because we're not old like these motherfuckers. Yo, Trump and Kennedy generation, they didn't have all that shit when they were kids. So they figured something. We didn't, when Kennedy was a kid, they probably got 2 or 3 vaccines at birth. Now these kids get fucking 16, 17 vaccines at birth. When they were kids, they ain't had all the dyes and all the additives and preservatives in their food, and most people had a garden and fruits and veggies were more, like, they can just tell. Like, this motherfucker is 70-something years old. He can see, like, this shit was different when I was a kid. We ate different. We worked out more. And there wasn't as many chemicals in our food, and we didn't have autism. And now, 25, 30 years, for the past 25, 30 years, autism is just suddenly on the rise. It's, like there's something to this shit.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying, exactly.
Yo, there's something different. It's something different than when I was a kid than it is now. When I was a kid, we didn't have 17 autistic children at our school. We didn't have any autistic children at our school. Now it's like 1 out of 100 kids has some type of fucking autism.
When you the people in the back, so you're gonna take snippets. He's like, oh, I open my shit. You can test the in the pool to find out what's going on.
You know, shit crazy.
Yeah. Exactly. Hey, you know what's crazy? So, good. Yeah. Good job. Yes. Hold on a second. He's on the phone real quick. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my oldest one. Screaming at top of his lung right there. But yeah, it's gnarly, man. It's gnarly. Like the mental. But you know what I think it is too, with the mental illness thing. I feel like, well, your life's still enough. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still alive.
But I feel like we live in a. I'm sorry. I know people come in like crazy. I feel like we live in a society that everybody's over medicated. Then they actually help. What I mean by that is like, if somebody's depressed, and instead of finding out what's wrong with them, you know, some soul searching. Oh, here's some pills make you feel better. Here's some antidepressant.
Yeah.
We just keep suppressing. We keep suppressing suppress everything. Now you depressed. Here's some pills. Here's this. Here's the. I don't know, man. We need to do something with it. And also that whole everybody get a medal. Everybody, there's no losers. That also affects kids too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because they can cope when they hit the real world. Like everybody hate bullying, but bullying is part of nature, I guess, because it makes you establish where you belong in society. Like, you want to defend yourself, you gotta be a pushover. You know?
Alright. And bullies let you know your weak spots. And that's how you can build up your weak areas. A motherfucker gonna keep picking at you about whatever.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, but look at them, for example. Look at all the trash you talking about Lizzo. You see this at the gym now, who's in bad way? Well, he works.
All them bitches, all the fat bitches who come out popular and when they're fat, once they get that money, they realize, yo, fat ain't the thing to be. That's Adele. Adele was fat when she started singing, and that bitch lost a lot of weight. All of them, Monique, the comedian lady, like yeah, any of them, they get enough money, they realize, you know what? People like me when I was fat, and I used that to my advantage. But fat really ain't where that. You fat ain't the good way to be, and now they want to be super healthy and shit. And they try to convince other bitches, oh, you beautiful, you big and beautiful, but no, you not, bitch. Stop lying. All right, bro. Let me let you go, man. I'm about to clean up and get up out the studio.
Fine, man.
All right, I'll chat with you later on, bro. I think this is a good little stopping point. And see, one of my best buddies, and he a fucking cop. He a cop. He a cop in New York. So he way closer to this shit than a lot of us are. And even he agrees with the verdict. And saying, oh, well, y'all heard him. I don't know. I think you should have got charged with something, nigga. Something. Anything. Yo, Gatewood. Better than a photo. I'm putting leaves in little by little, man. Little by little. Man, there's gonna be a lot of layers to get those leaves to pop. So I do want to start with, I'm even making the background a little deeper in some areas. Cause I want this first layer of leaves to be dark green. So when we start building up, they're really, really pop. All right, a little bit of snacks I had. Them shits ain't doing nothing. And I gotta pee. I'm doing a little pee-pee dance already. I gotta pee. So I'm gonna go downstairs. I'll probably try to go over this verse a few times while I eat dinner. Maybe come up with a hook. See if we can get a little hook for this thing. I don't know if I'll type it up. I can't finish washing my brushes out right now. I gotta pee so bad. I'll be right back, guys. Is there something I can play for you guys while I go downstairs? I'll be right back. All right. I think this is gonna look so good, especially these deep shadows that are gonna be on there. I'm really anxious to paint more of this. But did we get 2 hours in? Yeah, a little 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to do too much during the week. Hey, we started a new painting. And not just the underpainting, we're actually in the process of adding some details. Oh damn, I keep forgetting. I need to wire and varnish those other 2 paintings. We might get to that this weekend. Saturday morning we might varnish those things. Yeah, we gotta do that soon. But we're on to this now. And so I think this piece I'll probably get done faster than I expect. It's a lot of details and I'll be working on it for a while, but I still think I'm gonna get done. I'm gonna get done in a shorter time. I'm gonna get done in a shorter time frame just because I have 2 weeks in a row off work coming up soon. 2 weeks in a row without going to work. I'm gonna be such a hobby. No, I really need to I did get a chance to hang out with some friends this weekend. And yeah, I guess I did force myself. But once I have company, just I like people. Yeah, I like people, cool people, you know, and had some really good laughs and some really good conversations this weekend. And so, you know, I forced myself to be social and talk to people like a normal person. not just my internet buddies. But I did talk to real people this weekend, and you know, So when I have those next 2 weeks off, I feel like I want to hibernate the whole time, but I might do stuff. I might try to go roller skating or bowling or something. I don't know. But it is getting cold too. You're right. We're about to be right in the smack middle of winter. So right now, staying home just always feels like a good thing. All right, turn this off. Turn that off. The speaker is off. The baseboard heater is off. The top light is off. This heater is off. Ooh, I forgot that I ran downstairs. I got to clean all the brushes out. And make sure I clean the brush. Alright, brushes are clean. And we can, tomorrow is a long day. So we have prison and we have after school STEM program with the kids tomorrow. I think we're going to make Christmas ornaments tomorrow. Seems kind of easy, simple, and fun. I'm pretty sure, like, why are my ornaments so bad right now? It's like my whole arm. I don't. It seems pretty easy, simple, and fun, and I'm almost sure that most kids probably have a Christmas tree up. So, let's not wait until like a day or two before Christmas so that they can, have their own little ornament. So I figured we'll make some ornaments tomorrow, and then on Thursday we may do rock painting and paint some rocks. And I have glow in the dark paint too, so that should be fun. Alright. Grab my pen, grab my pad. Grab my pen, grab my pad, then I head into the lab. I got my phone. Everything else stays. Alright, guys. Catch up again. Enjoy. Hey, every time, Wendy. Appreciate you. Y'all have a good one. Peace. Until next time.